In previous class, we have discussed about that elasticity, stress and strain. So coming to the elasticity, the regaining of the original shape or normal shape after compression or elongation of the body or material is called as elasticity. And coming to the stress, the restoring force per unit area. The restoring force per unit area is called as stress. And coming to the strain, the measure of how much the deformation takes place. The measure of how much the deformation takes place in a body is called as strain. And today we are going to have a brief look on types of stress. Basing on the materials, there are some different types of stress. The first one is a tensile stress. A tensile stress. See, when we will consider a tensile stress, we consider a body. This body is having some length L, and stress is nothing but restoring force on particular area. So this is the area A. So in this area, a force is applied. So this force is nothing but the deforming force. Why? Because we are trying to deform the material. So this is the deforming force. So this force is acting downward. So what happens is the body will deform. That means it will be stretched. So consider this structured position as delta L. So up to how extent the body will stretch. So the body will stretch. When the body will stretch, the body will have some restoring force, and we are applying a deforming force. If the restoring force is less than the deforming force, then the body will stretch. And if the restoring force and deforming force are equal, then see, this is the restoring force and this is the deforming force. If these two forces are equal, the body won't stretch. It will stop there itself. Why? Because there is a equal force acting with equal magnitude and opposite in direction. So the body will stop stretching. And so this is the original length of the body, and this is the change in length. So this is if the body changes lengthwise, then such type of stress is called as tensile stress. And due to this tensile stress, the body results in longitudinal strain. Due to this tensile stress, the body results in longitudinal strain. And here stress is nothing but force by area or restoring force by area. So here what happens is there is change in length. So strain can be written like this, or strain is nothing but the measure of deformation of a body. How much the body deforms is called as strain. So here a body is having some length L and it has deformed some delta L. So delta L by L gives the strain of the body. So this is the first type of stress called tensile stress. And now coming to the second type of stress, that is tangential stress. Tangential stress. See how this tangential stress takes place. The tangential stress will take place. You consider a body like this or like this. So a force will applied on the body tangent to the surface. Force is not applying like this or like this. Force is applied on the body tangentially, tangential to the surface. So such type of stress is called as tangential stress. You consider a body here or a block. Here is a block, and this block is fixed to this surface, and a force is acting on the surface, tangent to the surface. This is the surface area, and on this area a force is acting. So due to the application of force, what happens to the body is, if a force applied on the body like this, it may compress, or if a force is acting upward, it may elongate. But the force is acting tangential to the body. So what happens to the body is, the body will bend, or it will make some angle. That means the same block, what happens to the block is, the block will bend to some extent. So this is the position of the actual position of the body, but due to the application of force, the body bends. The body bends. So while bending of the body, it makes some angle here. The angle is theta, and here there is some portion, it displays with some portion. So I am naming the portion as delta x. So tangential stress can be written as named in form of theta. That means angle, the angle made by the body after the tangential stress. So that is theta. Theta is equal to arc upon radius. Arc is nothing but delta x, and radius is nothing but theta. Sorry, this is having length, so this is radius. Radius is length L. So due to this tangential stress, the body suffers a shearing strain. The body suffers a shearing strain. Due to the tangential stress, the body suffers. The resultant is shearing strain here. And next, coming to the third, here also a force by area only. And coming to the third one is hydraulic stress. Hydraulic. So the name indicates that the water stress in the water. If you take a ball and immerse in water and try to push it down and down, what happens to the ball? The body will go down, and force will act on the ball in all the directions, not downward or upward or lateral. Force will act in all the directions. So due to this hydraulic stress, the resultant is volumetric strain. Volumetric strain. Or you consider a balloon and you try to push the balloon into the water. So what happens? The pressure will act in all the directions. So due to that pressure, the balloon may compress. So here pressure takes place, and due to hydraulic stress, there is a volumetric strain on the body. And here tensile stress basing on the length, tangential stress basing on the angle, and throughout the volume, that is hydraulic stress. And here we can consider one more thing. Here if we elongate it, that is tensile stress, or if we compress, if the force applied upward and we are trying to compress the body, so then that is called as compressive stress. So these are the different types of stress. tensile stress or compressive stress or tangential stress, or this can be called as shearing stress also. Shearing stress. And finally, hydraulic stress or volumetric stress. These are all different types of stress. Thank you.